Alright, we got a Season 13 Cup game for the round of 64. This is going to be Evan versus Bam Sully. Uh, both playing Phoenix. And the winner of this game gets to go on to play Baron Fell, so another Phoenix mirror. Let's get the deck lists open. Both players on Kudanisawa. Interesting opening here. On the top, we see Kaede and Kudaka. um, okay, I mean, I guess Flareon is pretty cool. So, let's see. Both players on Seeker of Air. Ooh, okay, interesting. So the deck on the top here is running Crane Splash, actually, for 2 Admit Defeat and 3 Soul Beyond Reproach. We have 1 Fires, 1 Karmic Twist. Has some Ningyos in there. And then on the other side, Evan is running Dragon Splash, 3 Let Go, 2 Ancient Master, 1 Tattooed Wanderer. The Let Goes in this matchup are probably going to hit the Cloud the Mines or potentially Embrace the Void, but you definitely want to save those for Clouds, I think. Evan just passed, didn't play any characters. So, I mean, he probably has a display of power, right? Like, I think if you attack air, he's just going to display that. And then if you hit Shameful Display, he could play like a no purchase with 2 1-drops. Yeah, I mean, display plus at least 1 conflict character, yeah. So if Bam Sully attacks here, he's probably going to get display powered, and then Evan will play a conflict character and attack him. I think, like, that's pretty likely. The other option, though, is to just pass both of your conflicts, and then, I mean, you get favor at least. So passing both conflicts might be better here. Well, you only get favor if Evan doesn't play an Ancient Master, actually. Yeah, this is definitely an awkward situation. He is going to choose to just pass his second conflict. Yeah, so we'll see if Evan does have the Ancient Master to get the favor here. We see a Shrine Maiden. Going to discard a couple of conflict characters, finds a Clarity of Purpose. I wonder I wonder what he's going to do with the Shrine Maiden. So, like, the only reason to play this is if you're going to attack, right? Yeah, so he is going to attack Void, it looks like. Finds Fertile Fields. Void is good because it is the only ring that is not display powerable that actually still does something. Like, you're not going to display power water, but it doesn't do anything, so you just don't care. So we do see a defense. This is going to give a couple more resources to Bam Sully here. He gets the Seeker of Air Fate, and he gets to draw a card. So this is... interesting. We see a clarity of purpose on Kudaka. This is a military conflict. So maybe he was worried about Kudaka getting bowed by the... against the waves. I'm assuming that means he doesn't have against the waves in his hand. So that's just going to be a pass there. So Evan didn't really lose anything there, and he pulled a clarity at least. So he can still get the favor here if he has an Ancient Master. We see Embrace the Void on Kudaka. She only has 2 Fate, so not the best Embrace. But gonna get a couple Fate back. And he is gonna get the favor there. No Ancient Master. But yeah, overall, just not a lot really happening that turn. We'll see what, if anything, gets discarded here. Evan will be first player. Discards favorable ground and Otsuko. Finds another Otsuko and a Mia Mystic. Seems like that's not really what he was looking for here. Yeah, like, just not a whole lot really happened that turn. I feel like it was a little bit unfortunate that the Shrine Maiden discarded 2 other conflict characters, but I don't know if that's really a big deal. Two favorable grounds now for Bam Sully. Favorable ground is actually pretty good with Kaede. If you attack twice, you can get 2 Void Rings in addition to your 2 actual effects. The only downside to Kaede is Display of Power hurts pretty bad. But he could have a Censure. Does he have Censure in the deck? No, no Censure. It cantripped and drew Clarity, yeah. I mean, it was still a positive on the Shrine Maiden because it drew 1 card. Like, you're usually not worried about what actually gets discarded, but I feel like if 2 cards are going to get discarded, you probably don't want them to both be conflict characters. So hand size is 14 to 15. Both players are going to have to be playing around Display of Power. There are 2 of those in each deck. So you don't want to attack the wrong ring here. And again, with Kaede, that could be even worse. Ethereal Dreamer on the Earth Ring. So maybe we'll see an Earth attack first, since Evan is the first player. Again, he does have to watch out for the Display of Power. The favorable grounds make it a little bit more awkward. We see Against the Waves to bow Kudaka. I like bowing Kudaka over Kaede, since, again, Display of Power is a thing. And we know that there are no cancels. Like, you want this Kaede to attack here so that you can display it. And I mean, if she defends, that's like fine too, right? Because then you get the Earth Ring. So pretty significant fate advantage here for Evan, which is going to matter quite a bit, I think. Political conflict, interesting. So political means that if Kaede defends, he does have to play a card. It also means he can play Clarity, I guess, but Clarity seems like Clarity on a Dreamer doesn't really seem that great. We see Clarity on Kaede, sure. Fan on Dreamer, okay. So I feel like Bam Sully is kind of trapped in this conflict now. Like, if he favorable grounds home, that means he just wasted that Clarity. And, oh, he doesn't have enough fate for display power anyway, so yeah, he's definitely going to try and win this conflict here. We see 2 fans on the Ethereal Dreamer, no assassinates, so doesn't have to worry about that. But there's a Court Games to honor Kaede. Seems good. Court Games to dishonor. This Earth Ring does matter quite a bit. Not only... Yeah, Crane Splash out of Kyudo feels so awkward. Definitely agree with that. Like, I don't know. You really need to let go, I feel like. He only has 2 Mia Mystics also. So Evan is just like miles ahead in terms of attachment hate. Fertile Fields draws a card. So the Earth Ring, not only will that even up the hand sizes a little bit, it will also turn on the Solemn Scholar, which will... who's on Crane Splash? Bam Sully, the player on the top side of the screen. We see a Supernatural Storm. Yeah, it's better in IMS, I think. And that is going to be it. So Bam Sully does manage to win that conflict. Had to spend 3, 4, 3. He spent like 1 more card than Evan did, so I think Evan is still probably okay with that. But yeah, I think we're back to the problem of Bam Sully can't really attack here, I feel like. He's going to attack water. This should be political, I think. Yeah, definitely. Evan already has a ton of fate. So if you go military water here, the display power will ready the Dreamer, and then she can defend political. Manicured Garden, that's going to be even more fate. He doesn't even have enough military to break this. Yeah, so definitely no defense here. And if you just favorable ground home, like, you gotta fade off the water ring. Oh, okay, Ningyo. Sure. Evan like doesn't care though. He's just gonna display this, void Kudaka, and ready the Dreamer, and he's like really happy. We see a pass. And a pass. So that's going to be it. There's the display of power. So, yeah, I feel like going political would have just been better there. Because then when he readies this Dreamer, it's just one military, which is not really... If both of the other conflicts are going to be military, then do you really care about that? But now there's a political left. So the scholar could attack... I don't know, fire? But then that gets displayed and that's bad. So maybe you go air? Yeah, maybe you just go air here. Yeah, there is an against the waves in Evan's discard. Well, if you go fire and he displays it, then he honors Kaede instead, which is not good. Oh, right, she's immune to ring effects. I forgot about that. Ooh, he is going fire. Yeah, he does have enough fate for a display of power. I feel like air might be better, but I'm not sure. He's gonna find meditations. Yeah, Travis says air is definitely the pick. No defense. Meditations gets used. Like, what is Evan gonna do with this? He's just gonna honor the Solemn Scholar, I guess? Even if you could dishonor Kaede with the firing, he has Soul Beyond Reproach in his deck, so you probably don't even want to do that. And we do see the display of power there. So that is going to honor Kaede. So that's one display of power down on each side. One left for each player. And the other problem here is that since you had to attack with the Solemn Scholar and leave the Dreamer standing, you don't have that standing glory, so you're losing favor. We do see against the waves to ready Kaede. But yeah, he's already used his stronghold, so she's going to get 5 fired. What's happening? Going to spend a lot of time bowed. Going to get 5 fired if Evan has it. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But yeah, we don't know if he has it or not. If he does have it, then I guess getting him to spend the display of power there is pretty good, because it won't really do anything. We see an air attack. Ooh, that's going to find upholding authority. So you might actually just let him break this. Right? It means you don't get to use the Dreamer again, which is a little bit unfortunate, but being able to just discard, like if he has more against the waves in his hand, seems pretty strong. We do see a defense. I mean, you can defend and it's still breaking, I guess. Oh, actually, he has favorable grounds. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely defend this. Going to against the waves to bow Kaede, so not going to let him break. Yeah, he could have just favorable grounded home, I guess, and then he would be like super winning favor. Can display a power again, can cloud Kaede against the waves Kaede. Yeah, definitely a lot of ways to deal with this. Just going to go with the against the waves play there. Bams only has 1 fate left, so if he has another against the waves, he can play that and force Evan to have one. Given that all this was on board, I don't like it if he has nothing else. Yeah, definitely true. One thing he could do is he could play an admit defeat, and since he has favor, he would win. That could be strong. That would be his last fate, though, so Evan would need, like, anything that gives him 2 skill. So another against the waves. That's pretty much it, actually. Yeah. We see against the waves to ready Kaede. Okay. So he is back to breaking. So Evan needs... I think it always just comes back to needing another against the waves now for Evan. Or just letting this break. Letting this break seems like not really that bad. He gets the Earth Ring and the Void Ring, but you just have cheap characters on the board anyway. Did I say Earth? I meant air. I think I might have said Earth. And you get to Upholding Authority him, which is pretty strong. Like, if you don't have another against the waves, I don't think you can actually do anything about it. Court games, yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, exactly. You don't really want to... If you're going to let him win the conflict, then you actually want him to break, since it's Upholding Authority. Like you said. So I think Against the Waves is like the only card. He could have like... No, it's 5. So Court Games and Storm wouldn't even be enough. Yeah, you want to... Evan wants to either win this conflict or let the province break. Yeah, like... I feel like the only way for Evan to actually win the conflict is for him to spend a lot of cards. And then he still has to rely on Sully not having any more pumps. Like, he would have to play like an Ancient Master, Court Games, Storm, or 2 Storms in a Court Games, but then he has to not have a Court Games. He does have an Against the Waves. Seems good. And no Fate left now for Bam Sully, so won't be able to do anything else, I imagine. Consumed by 5 fires, so he did have that. That makes the display power earlier a little bit worse, but at least he denied the ring effects from Bam Sully. Unfortunately, it looks like he did not have an Embrace the Void, but still going to remove the Fate from Kaede, which is pretty strong, so she will die at the end of the turn. And perhaps more importantly, Bam Sully didn't have an Embrace the Void to play on Kaede. Like, if he had saved this Embrace the Void and then played it on her, that would have been like a lot worse, because all of a sudden he would have 3 Fate. They're going to tie at 2 glory, which means the favor will stay with Bam Sully. I guess Evan is not drawing his Ancient Masters. Discards both favor. Ooh. So, Kanjo District here, but there's an Imperial Palace for Evan. He keeps finding like the same things that left the previous turn. That's kind of funny. And we see Tadaka and Ujina. So Tadaka turns off Display Against the Waves, 5 fires, and Court Games. Pretty strong. He can only play one of these characters though. Gonna be the Ujina with 2 Fate. Now, what does Evan do here? Tadaka just gets clouded? Yeah, that's true. So I guess Evan is thinking about whether he wants to play a character here. If he does play any characters, he's going to give Bam Sully the passing Fate, but there's a Fate on the Void Ring, so he's going to get to 2 Fate anyway, I imagine. So yeah, going to play some characters here. Another Dreamer and another Scholar. Seems good. So I'm pretty sure Evan will be able to get the favor this turn with this palace. So the Conjo should only be turned on for one turn here. It's nice that Evan has a lot of cheap characters here instead of one expensive character, because Conjo would hurt a lot more if that were the case. One with fans is Earth. I think what Jigoku should do is, there's a guy who made like little mini versions of the ring tokens to put on like Dreamer and Master of Gisei Toshi. I think that's what Jigoku should do. Like, they should have a thing the size of the Fate token that is just the ring tokens. Yeah. So like you could have a little mini Earth ring on the Dreamer that's Earth ring. That still wouldn't help for like that only helps for Dreamer and Master of Gisei Toshi, but I guess they could just get like ability use tokens for the other ones. But then you still have like Bonsai on two different characters with the same name. I guess they really need icons for all of the different buffs so you can tell which character has what. Or something, at least. So we're going to see a Void attack here, finds Meditations. This is pretty strong if he can win this, since he can just instantly kill the 2-fan Dreamer. Easy display for Evan. He might not have it. Looks like he is planning on defending this. I guess, like, worst case, if he's winning, you can just cloud him so he doesn't discard the Dreamer. That would have actually been a really sick display if the Solemn Scholar weren't here, because you meditations him and then display just instantly kills Ujina. But yeah, very possible he does not have the display in hand. So it's going to be 2 to 4 here. You can Conjo the Dreamer, and then it's 2 to 1. If Evan has a Storm, though, it's going to be a lot of skill. He could also just against the waves. Yeah, if Evan has any Storms, he auto wins this conflict. That's definitely true. Like, I would just pass, honestly, as Bam Sully. I'm not sure what he has in his hand, but I don't think there's a whole lot you could have here. Okay, we do see a Bonsai. So this makes it slightly awkward for Evan, because if he plays Storm, then he can just Conjure the one that got stormed. Waves cancel each other out, yeah, that's true. Evan is more likely to have one in his hand, though. Oh, no, he's already played two, actually. Yeah, so they both played two. Forgot that he used the stronghold on one. You could still just, actually. Okay, we do see a Cloud the Mind. Yeah, so maybe you just let him win this. Wow, he actually has 3 bonsais in his deck, so still 2 of those left. I believe Evan only has 1. Yeah, 1 bonsai. Okay, so he does win that conflict, voiding on the Dreamer. She did get used on the Earth Ring, so I think what we're going to see now is Dreamer and Scholar attack Earth. You have to attack with both, right? Now Evan can just kill Tadaka? Well, maybe. So ooh, he's not gonna kill Tadaka. Like it a lot more if one of those bonsais were an assassinate. Yeah, definitely. Would prevent Evan from playing all these 2-fate 1-drop characters. So must have another cloud, yeah. So if he first action conjures you, you could Clarity and Storm, I guess. I don't know if you really need to, though. Depends on what's in Evan's hand. Fertile Fields draws a card. Clarity on Ethereal Dreamer. Okay. Does that prevent... Cannot bow it. Yeah, so he can still move the Dreamer home. But he won't get the bow, I guess. Yeah, it gets to attack military. He still has a conflict left. So he's fine with that, I guess. Just gonna be a pass. Gonna save the Conjo there. So that he won't be able to attack military next. Discards a Soul Beyond Reproach with the Earth Ring. Seems good. So you can just attack meditations here. Um, like, there's no point in standing, right? I guess he could display the ring. Evan off fishes. Yeah, Evan does not have Ningyo in his deck. Like, you probably just go air if you attack. No, he's just going to pass his conflict. That's fine as well. Yeah, you definitely don't go water. Embrace on the Dreamer. Oh, Bam Sully played Embrace, and Evan let go it. Interesting. Plays another Embrace. Wait. What's happening here? Let go. Whose Embrace is this? Okay, so this one is Evan's Embrace, and then he tried to play two Embraces on the Solemn Scholar. Interesting. But both of those got let go. So that's two let goes down and no clouds yet. Yeah, Dreamer Embrace is Evan's. Yeah, I figured that out. So Conjo goes away. See if Evan will find his Conjo. Nope. Finds a secluded shrine though, which is actually pretty good with Tadaka here. Like Bam Sully basically can't play Tadaka now because it just doesn't do anything this turn. I mean, he can, but he probably won't. Yeah, secluded shrine is perfect. He has the Solemn Scholar here too, so very, very good find there. And then Ujina, also a very good find. Looks like he's not going to play it though. We see Tsuki with 3 Fate. He does want to go for the Watering here, so I think that makes sense. Kaede with 2. That's one of Bam Sully's Mia Mystics, so he only has one of those left. That's his only attachment hate card left in the deck. Yep, Ethereal Dreamer on water. So I imagine you don't attack Meditations probably. The other two are Upholding Authority and Manicured. Sully does nothing this turn, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so just the Dreamer. You could attack Meditations, I guess. Yeah, looks like that is where he's going to go. He gets the Fate back, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And then next turn, Evan can play Ujina, and then... Well, no, because you can't Void Kaede. Oh well. But he still has that, if he needs to play it. We see a defense with Kaede. Okay. Yeah, you could 5 fires. I don't think Bam Sully would put exactly enough fate on his characters to make a good 5 fires happen, though, so you might not get good value out of that, but you could still do that, and then Ugina to kill somebody. He does still have another fires in the deck, so probably okay. We'll see. Embrace the Void, Feral Ningyo. So, I mean, this is probably fine for Evan, even if he doesn't have any cards left here. He could still play a Storm if he has one. I don't think we've seen any Storms, actually. But he will get to honor his Tsuki. And Bam Sully committed these 2 characters here. So, yeah, just going to be a pass there. Well, I mean, you're a little bit late. But yeah, the game is definitely still going. So just going to be the Ugina now. And I don't think he can really do a whole lot with that. Like if you attack, you're just going to get bowed. Sort of still going, yeah. Evan definitely in a very strong position. I mean, I guess you can against the waves. He actually hasn't seen any Shrine Maidens yet. So he... Oh, passes conflict opportunity, okay. I was going to say he could attack and then play Shrine Maidens if he has any. He's got to have some by now, right? He's drawn most of his deck. I guess it's possible that they're all in the bottom, though. So we're going to see fire again from Evan at the meditations. It's already been used this turn, so now he can just break it. Or try to break it at least. Clarity of purpose. Seems good. Censure on this? If you censure this, then he loses his window where he gets to play it, and you can just start bowing him, and if he doesn't have enough readies, he won't be able to play it again. Nope. No censure. We do see a clarity on the Tsuki, though. So it is attacker still winning. As long as you win this, it's probably fine. If he has a Storm, though, I imagine we will see him go for the break. There's a court games to honor Ugina. That doesn't really seem that good, honestly. Like, you're just honoring a character who's going to leave play anyway. At the end of the turn, we see an ornate fan. Still 2 fans left, but I don't imagine he'll want to play them on a Zero Fate character. Court games to dishonor. That will be enough for the break. Supernatural Storm, I believe that is storm number 2. Yep. There's a Supernatural Storm from Evan as well. So, I mean, at this point you can like trade boxes for something, but okay, we do see an ornate fan. Evan can box Supernatural Storm, but if he does do that, then Sully could play Against the Waves from discard to ready Kaede. I don't know if you... Like, do you even care about that? I'm not sure. Maybe you do, because he does have clarity on Ugina. We do see the box for storm number 2. Yeah, like, you're breaking his Tadaka province, so... What's ready and Kaede do? I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot. Ooh, strong. We do see a Sentry on that Against the Waves. It just means you have an actual attack instead of not having an actual attack. But we do just see the Sentry on that, so... Yeah, this seems pretty good for Evan. Yeah, Sentry is definitely really strong. When both players are playing this many cards, being able to cancel the one card that's like the most important is super good. We see Shrine Maiden at home. That finds a Cloud the Mind. I mean, Cloud is okay, I guess, but I don't think it's really going to do a whole lot for you here. Especially since he has no Fate. Cloud would let him actually attack, but he doesn't have Fate. Like, you just gonna Solemn Scholar as the first action if he goes there. Yeah. Sully really should have taken an Econ turn 2 turns ago. Yeah, he's just way behind in terms of Fate here. Evan with a 7 Fate lead. which is pretty huge. And like Evan still is pretty much even on board, I would say. Like going into next turn, he basically has board advantage, and he's gonna have a 7 fate lead. Like that's pretty huge. So you can attack meditations for free, which is fine. You get the fate off the air ring, but he's just gonna defend this and then value. It's supposed to be military. Probably for bonsai. Keeps trying to build these fragile boards and is falling further and further behind. Yeah. Like that's the problem, I think. Evan is just really playing a lot better in terms of controlling the boards and still, getting a fate advantage. Like Bam Sully, on turn 1, he played a 2 fate Kudaka, which basically did nothing. He did get the fate back from Embrace the Void, but it just died on turn 2 because of Void Rings. We see Fine Katana. Wait. Why didn't he bow? I guess he's still winning now. Sully's Maidens are way worse because of Ningyo. Yeah, Ningyo really makes Shrine Maidens worse. We see Admit Defeat. Okay. Maybe he has another Censure. I mean, like, at some point, either you already have all of your Ningyo in your hand, or you can just not use the Shrine Maiden ability, I guess. Admit Defeat does take the last fate there, so I feel like... Nope, doesn't play a Century there. I mean, honestly, you can just let him break this. Like, he gets a break, he gets the airing. That's not really a big deal. Yeah, maybe he doesn't have the other Censure. We see a pass. He didn't actually use his Solemn Scholar. Yeah, you do lose favor, but he could still have an Ancient Master in hand. Why didn't he use Solemn Scholar? Did he forget about it? Oh, it's not breaking, actually. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so this is fine, I guess. Does favor tie? Oh, right, because Secluded Shrine. Yeah, Secluded Shrine is actually, like, really good in the mirror, especially. Yeah, so they will still tie favor here. Yeah, so I like this. Like, if Bam Sully plays another card, then Solemn Scholar just bows somebody. If he plays, like, a Storm. All he gets off of this Admit Defeat is an airing, which is, like, not good. Gains 2 honor. Honor hasn't really mattered, like, the whole game, basically. We see Embrace the Void on Kaede. That is his... Oh, Evan plays Embrace the Void. Okay. Yeah, Bam Sully has already used all 3 Embrace the Voids, and he's still down. Ooh, consumed by 5 fires. Played from... No, he already... This isn't a conflict. So that's both fires in the discard now, yeah. So only takes 2 fate there, but that is going to clear Bam Sully's Void. Consume tells me Evan is going for a win next turn. Yeah, it's very possible. Two of them got him 0 fate because let go. Yeah, that's true. 2 of those just got let go. Like I said, let go, very important in the mirror and just for this deck in general. So, like, Evan having let go just automatically gives him an advantage. It's a really aggressive consumed, yeah, definitely. So he is going to discard Ujina. So yeah, looks like he is going to try and go for the win here. See what he finds. We still haven't seen any clouds played yet from Sully. Best flip is weenies, yeah, I agree. Both players have seen storms. Evan has one in his removed from game, none in the discard, and then two in the discard on the other side. But yeah, like Travis said, only one let go left in Evan's deck, so if he plays Tadaka, it's probably just going to get clouded a couple times. He does still have two Mia Mystics, I guess, but he doesn't have a huge amount of fate. We do see Conjo District. On Upholding Authority, not the best place for it to be, but at least it's not on the Broken Province, I guess. So he only has 7 fate. Yeah, that's significant. Master of Gisei Toshi and Solemn Scholar. So, I mean, this is okay, right? Yeah, even more scholars than Conjo. Like, Sully basically can't attack you this turn unless he clouds both of the scholars, but that's, like, not great. And then Conjo just gets rid of somebody when you attack. Scholar with 3 fate. Wow. I think he's probably going to have the other center in his hand and save that for 5 fires, maybe. Why not 3 fated? It's a mini Emperor, yeah. It's like a mini half Emperor that only works when they're attacking and not when they're defending. Not like it's going to get assassinated, yeah, for sure. And, I mean, he doesn't have any embraces left for 5 fires, so, like, you don't really even care that much. Secluded Shrine on the Earth Ring. And if he centers 5 fires, then it's just like game over, right? I mean, I guess what Bam Sully could do here is he could attack water and then play Ningyos. That's like the only thing I think he can do. Game may not make it that long, yeah, for sure. Evan could easily win this turn if he has the right cards. First conflict gets passed. Let's see what Evan's gonna do. The 2 rings with fate. Well, so you don't want the void ring effect. The earth ring effect is fine, but you already have it in your pool, so you don't really need it. Evan should attack void first. He's attacking water actually. Interesting. So I guess what water does is it forces the scholar to defend? I don't know. What? I'm actually really not sure why you attack water here. You know your opponent has Ningyo, yeah. Like this seems weird. Let's him honor the 3 Fate Scholar, yeah, sure. I guess he can Conjure the first Ningyo and then force him to have the second Ningyo. Like, what else are you actually going to use Conjo for? Oh, we see a pass. Hey, Arash, how's it going? Can try to pump it out, yeah. Evan is going for the murder by Rusty Spoon. Yeah, I don't know. Conjuring if you're sitting on Sentry is not a good idea. Yeah, that's definitely true. Evan is baiting out the Ningyos to make the maidens worse, yeah. That is possible. He only baited out one, though. So Solemn Scholar going to attack Earth, makes sense. This attack has no hope, yeah, I agree. Does Evan still have an Embrace? He does still have one. No defense. Going to bow. I'm guessing he bowed with the 3 Fate Solemn Scholar. That would be the correct move. Although if he wanted to cloud it, he could have just done it before the conflict, but still correct. So he can play a conflict character here. He does have 2 Shrine Maidens in the deck, and he also still has 1 Feral Ningyo that he could have in his hand. Did Evan already 5 fires? Yes, he already 5 fires twice. They're both in his discard pile. Solemn Scholar bows Shrine Maiden. He has 1 more Shrine Maiden and 1 more Feral Ningyo that he could have in his hand. Or they could just be the bottom 3 cards. Why would you trigger... Actually, yeah, what did Maiden hit? Ornate Fan, Clarity, and Court Games hit just a Clarity. Yeah, triggering Maiden seems weird, though. Wow, he triggers it again. That one was definitely a mistake. All 3 of the cards in his deck were not spells. And he knew what... Like, he knew what was in his hand and what was in his discard pile. Yeah, that's a little bit questionable there. I guess you don't lose honor if you reshuffle. I mean, you do lose honor, but you have plenty of honor, so you don't care, is what I meant. We are going to see a Bonsai. Evan can now figure out Sully's hand exactly, yeah. I think the Bonsai he just played was Bonsai number 3, so no more of those. Like, ooh, pass, interesting. I'm just going to display. Yep, there's the display power. Let's see what that discards. Clarity of purpose, okay. So now you probably attack air. Let's see, he has 2 Soul Beyond Reproach in hand. Yeah, air for sure. 2 Soul Beyond Reproach. Trying to figure out what's in his hand. 1 Katana, 2nd Display of Power. 1 Fan, I think. Yeah, 1 Fan, 1 Admit Defeat. 3rd Ningyo. 3rd Storm. Oh, he's played all 3 fans. Yeah. Against the Waves to Baotsuki, it was that the last... Yeah, that's the last Against the Waves. Yeah, bid 5 with 0 cards in deck. Reshuffling does mean that he won't have any spells in discard for his Stronghold. Evan will shift to bid 1, yeah, definitely. So attacks Manicured with the Air Ring. If he lets Display Power resolve here, then he needs the Ancient Master to keep favor. Kyuden Isawa, is that going to be Against the Waves? Yep. Wait, what happened? Oh, he Against the Waves is Solemn Scholar. Wait, why did he do that? Wait, what's happening? Ancient Master into the conflict for the break. So he unbowed the Solemn Scholar for favor points, I guess. So if he displays this, he has 3 to 1. Okay, this is political, so you could Clarity the Ancient Master here. And then he displays it's 3 to 3. Yeah, I think Clarity Ancient Master is good. Or play another Ancient Master, maybe? Yep, there's the Display of Power. Have we seen all 3? I think we've only seen 2 Against the Waves, so he could Against the Waves Suki, or he could play another Ancient Master to get favor. Or to keep favor, rather. I think playing that Against the Waves to ready the Solemn Scholar was probably bad, because steals 1 instead of gaining 2. Yeah, gaining 2 is probably better. Like, what is that 1 extra glory really going to do, right? Like, he just plays another Ancient Master now, and he ties it, so... Who cares? You could have bowed his Solemn Scholar instead. Yeah, Atsuko. He has already seen 2 of those, though. But if he does find the 3rd one here, that would be pretty insane. He forgot that Earth couldn't double count with Shrine, is my guess. Yeah, probably. Both players are tied at 3. Yeah, that's probably what happened. So Evan is on the Stronghold now. I mean, the problem is that the Stronghold is Kuroi Mori, so if you attack Void, he just switches the ring if you have Atsuko. But I mean, you get him to use it to switch the ring, I guess. Nope, just going to be a Prodigy. That's something, I guess. Prodigy with 1 Fate. Sully has no Against the Waves. Unless he reshuffles and draws exactly his other Against the Waves, but yeah, otherwise no. Yeah, Evan is definitely going to have the Against the Waves advantage. Bids are 5 to 4. Evan has the easiest bid 1 double honor pressure game here. Yeah, I mean, if he bid 1, Bam Sully would be at 2 honor now. He decided not to do that, though, interestingly. I'm guessing next turn the bids will definitely drop to 1. Or, yeah, just draw your deck and win. Yeah, I mean, Evan is probably going to just be going for the break here. Anyway. 3 Storms and an Against the Waves. Yeah, so he has 1 Against the Waves in hand. And then he has 2 Storms in hand. And then he has his Stronghold. And he has Sentry, yeah. Against the Waves, bows Master of Gisei Toshi. Yeah, he's pretty dead here. I don't think there's anything he can do. Has he played all 3 Clarity? No, only 2 it looks like. So yeah, you can just Clarity somebody and then play a bunch of Storms on them and then you win. Like, I think all he can do is switch the ring to water and play his Ningyo. Or just Storm the Ancient Master, yeah, that works too. Like, he has plenty of fate, he can just keep playing cards until he dies, basically. Which probably won't take too many cards, actually. Embrace the Void on Solemn Scholar. If he had Against the Waves in hand, he'd use it on Gisei Toshi. I mean, no matter what he does with it, I think it just doesn't do anything. Well, doesn't do enough anyway. So yeah, we do see the swap to water and the Feral Nigel, but it is still breaking, so there's the pass. There's a Shrine Maiden. Finds Against the Waves, okay. That was pretty lucky. But yeah, still not going to be enough, I think. Yeah, Evan has 3 Storm for +3 each. Clarity of Purpose on Suki. And he has Conjo, that's true as well. So, like, you wait for him to play Against the Waves, you censure that, and then you Conjo him. Like, there's just no way. Yeah, there's the GG. Consumed by 5 fires. You don't even care about that. Oh, Gisei Toshi, sure. But it doesn't matter, yeah. Yep, so Evan wins that game. Congratulations. He will move on to the round of 32, where he will play against Baron Fell in another Phoenix Mirror. And then the winner of that gets to play against Gyro on Scorpion. Seems good. Let me look at Baron Fell's deck real quick, see what that looks like. Yeah, lots of mirrors. Baron Fell's deck is a lot more similar to Evan's. He has the Let Go and 2 Tattooed Wonders, no Ancient Masters, and he's actually still running 3 Ningyo. And he doesn't have Palace. So, a few key differences there. But we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's going to do it for this game. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.